tutorial basically on how I do my marbling. There's a couple of things that do make quite a big difference. I've noticed that I buy Apres or Apres, not quite sure how to say it. That brand, they give you a blending fluid to use to move everything around. And if you're more like me, I've always used acetone, but every single thing does a different effect to it. It's the same with the matte top coat you use. I prefer to use the gel bottle for everything. I literally have all their products. But there's another brand that I recently seen someone use was Evo Biosculpture. They have a matte top coat called Suede. That actually makes quite a bit of a difference as well. So your matte top coat, what you're using to blend your fluids, that all makes a big difference. So hopefully I can show you that as well. Yeah, I guess we can start with this one, the purple. I started out with a purple background already. I only did one coat because I don't think it's really going to matter that much once I get started. I used number 18 for Apres. It's the black. They actually have two different blacks. One's more of a brown tinted black, and this one is a black. Doesn't get much blacker. So first I started with that. Just kind of put it wherever you want to put it. You definitely want to make sure that it does dry. That I have noticed, because if you don't let it dry, the fluids run into each other and then it just turns into a bunch of gross colors. You don't really get a good effect to that. I used the black with this, the white, number 13, along with the number 20, which is the purple. I mean, I've only done this a couple of times now and I'm still like figuring out the best ways of doing it. I like to use the blending fluid. I don't like using acetone anymore now that I've seen the difference. Let's see here. As for brush, a lot of people say you use a round brush. I don't have one. The one I do have is specifically for my hard gels, so I don't like mixing products with my brushes. So I'm using one, it's kind of round, but it's got some random bristles all over the place. So with the black, right away, I kind of swoosh around the edges, kind of pushing it in. And then if I want black around any other area, just kind of touch it. Now this does get messy, so I highly suggest having paper towel around, which I did not grab. When I first started doing this, it was hell for me. I did not care for it, but I was using really, really cheap inks, so I never actually got the look that I wanted. Now, it also depends on how much you're using too. That can play a big part when it comes to the blending fluids. I'm putting it in and then dabbing it on the side of the dish to make sure I don't have too much. You put too much, it'll go all over the place. If you think you have too much on one side, so right here, put some more acetone in there, or blending fluid, whatever you're using. guess right there I used way too much. And just move it where you want to put it. Definitely takes some getting used to. I mean, I pretty much had it where I wanted it after a couple of tries. So you just keep doing it, thin out the lines to how you want it. All right, so I got my black where I want that. Next one I'm going to use is the white and the purple. So I'm just kind of dabbing it all over the place. Let that dry a little. And then just start dabbing it around. You can do it with any color background. I mean, I just chose purple because those of you who actually know me, I am obsessed with the color purple. I did want to try it in a blue, but the blue Apris I have is a little too dark for the blues that I actually own. I think I like it like that. All right, so then you let that dry completely, and then you top coat it as you normally would. I think I like that one the way it is. So that's how you do a marbling with a colored background. I think it gives a little bit more depth to it. You can put foil on there, you can kind of do whatever you want at that point. But I think I like it the way that one is.